Hey everybody, Butch Hartman here. Episode 10. I can't believe this. Jace, it's episode 10.
Can't believe it.
Of Speech Bubble. And I've got an amazing special guest right here. For the 10th is a great little round number. And I've got a great little round number sitting here across from me. Her name is Tara Strong. Hi, Tara.
Hi.
Tara's here. Tara Strong is here. And I'm really excited. I can't even believe you agreed to do this because you have so many other things to do. This means so much to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it really does. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I can't even tell how excited I am.
Yeah.
It's great. Great. Are you excited to be here?
Can you roll that opening theme song?
Tara Strong is here. Those of you who don't know who Tara Strong is, do you want to tell them who you are or should I tell them?
You should tell them.
I should tell them. Okay, Tara Strong is I can't even think of one that comes close, the premier voice actress in all of Hollywood land. Am I correct?
Probably like the world.
Like the world.
Probably.
I know, right? Tara's amazing. We have worked. How long have we worked together? First of all, you and I.
Older than the world.
Older than the world. I know. Before there were people.
Before there were peoples. We were doing animation when the dinosaurs were watching.
On cave walls.
Remember that?
I know. But I worked with Tara for many years. Those of you who don't know, maybe many of you do. She did the voice of Timmy Turner for me on Fairly OddParents.
Yeah.
And how many years has that been going? Do you know how many years? I have the answer.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Okay, wait, don't tell me. 16?
16 years is the answer. Well done. Well, actually, it's been on the air for 16 years as a series. It aired as a series in 2001, but we did a bunch of short cartoons before that.
But I didn't.
You didn't? Do you want to explain the history behind that? Who did?
Do you?
Okay. Tara was not the original Timmy Turner.
Can you believe that? He didn't want me at first.
That wasn't
What were you thinking?
I think you had like an attitude at the audition or something. I think you walked in. I think you were mean to me.
I think you always thought that, but it wasn't true.
I was like, why was she so mad at me?
I think you wanted that to be true because, like, oh, she's mean to me, just like all the hot chicks in high school. But it wasn't true.
Exactly.
But it wasn't true.
High school was a sad time for me, Tara. If you bring that up for.
Let's talk about it.
No, but anyway, I know, right? And by the way, welcome to our video podcast. People watching. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So you do Timmy Turner. Now I would like you to list off. I think the audience wants to know some of the other cool characters they would know that you voice.
Okay. Raven.
What are some? Ready? Here we go. Drum roll and go.
Raven from Teen Titans.
Raven.
Which is like the hardest voice I've ever done.
Really?
Whatever. This is all I do the entire time. People come like Jeff Bennett's like, wow, you work really hard on this show.
Yeah. Should I get Jeff Bennett on the show? I should never get Jeff Bennett.
You want people to watch, right?
Yeah, I want people to watch and hear. I know. And Jeff never stops talking.
God, he's awful.
One of the funniest guys in the world, though.
Love him so much.
Yeah, I love him. I love you, too. And so let me see. I have a list on my little iPhone device.
Okay.
You do My Little Pony.
Dear Princess Celestia, today I was on Butch's show. He's so handsome.
Oh. Thank you, Twilight Sparkle.
You're welcome.
And then we do Timmy Turner and Fairly OddParents.
I wish Cosmo and Wanda were here.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. See, but again, I have to write dialogue for her to be funny. Here we go. Then, number 3, I got Teen Titans Go. You just did Raven,
yes.
Right? And here's one, and this is kind of controversial. The Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, it's not controversial. This is the OG Bubbles.
That's right.
That's right.
Now, one of the questions we had. Now, Jace, we tweeted out, asked some questions. What are some of the questions fans have?
Should I go off right now? Well, somebody, Kuro the artist, wanted you to do Ben 10's voice.
Don't be such a dweeb. Go in hero.
It's
kind of Timmy, but like, superhero mode.
You do Ben 10?
All the time. Yeah.
I didn't even know you did Ben 10.
How could you not know that?
I just didn't. If it's not my show, I don't care.
I know all your other shows.
I know.
That I'm not on.
I know. You're on a couple.
And speaking of what you guys were just talking about, Patricia Miranda said, when you got the role of Timmy, were you told to match the voice of Mary Kay Bergman or to do your own interpretation?
So I knew there was sort of a voice match in place at the auditions because there were already shows made.
Right.
So
we had a bunch of short cartoons made.
Right. And so I was listening to her and I thought, in order for this to really work, I can't just copy her. I have to make it my own, but in that vein.
Right.
And so I think I said that to you in the audition. I said, I'm not going to do a copy of her. I hope this works. I have to sort of make it my own.
Fantastic. And then the challenge you had, actually, episode 1, the very first Fairly OddParents series episode was called the Big Problem, where Timmy wishes he was older. So you came in and did Timmy for like 2 lines. Then you had to do older Timmy, like the first episode. Remember that
He
one?
looked so gross in that one.
He was very gross. Yeah,
Yeah.
He was all old and bald.
Yeah.
And then you had the show was doing so well, we had to go back and redo the voices on the original shorts. That's when you came in and did that.
Yeah, I remember that. Like it was yesterday.
Oh my God, I know. We've worked together for so long on so many things.
But we still look so young.
We look amazing. You guys should see us. We look incredible.
Really
we really
young.
do. I know.
So young.
So young. We
Like
should,
way young.
man.
Like, where's our parents?
That's a very
We
good
should have
question.
supervision.
My dad's only 30.
Speaking of being young,
Yes.
Quinn asked, what was it like in your very first professional voiceover recording?
Well, I grew up in Toronto.
Yes.
And
where's that? Is that a country?
It's, yep. It's
Okay.
a country far, far away.
Country, okay.
And Trump is not there. So that's good. And
This would be Donald Trump, right? You're talking about. Got it. He's not there. Got it.
so my first job, I was the voice of Hello Kitty. And
How old were you when you got that voice?
13.
13.
And I actually didn't book Hello Kitty initially. I was My Melody. And if you know the series at all, she's that cute bunny with the pink ears. She's really cute.
So you're going to be the bunny on
I was going to be
Hello
the bunny on Hello Kitty, My Melody. And my parents were the first to import Hello Kitty merchandise to their store in Canada. So I grew up with Hello Kitty and all the characters. So I loved My Melody. I was more than happy to do that part. And then on the very first day, they switched us. So this poor girl who was booked as Kitty had to switch, you
Maybe
know.
the bunny.
And
We have her here right now. Come on in.
every day in the recording, poor thing. I mean, we were like kids, right? She'd sit there like this. Okay, you're me. Ready?
All right,
She'd
right.
sit there like this.
She'd hide her face with her hair and stare at you.
Stick her tongue out her hair.
She would stare at you because she hated you. Oh my God.
We were friends and I adore her, but it was so funny. So, and Cree Summer was in that.
Cree Summer.
And I was 13 and she was 15 and she was like the coolest chick, which she still is.
Oh, yeah,
She'd
totally.
show up to work on her Harley and...
Cree is a mom now.
Yeah,
How many
she
kids
has
do you have?
two gorgeous girls.
2 kids, yeah, that's right. That's right. But she's like super mom. She came in with all the
She's
snacks
amazing.
and stuff. I mean, she had like this. Last time I saw Cree, she had this giant like trench coat with, and there was candy and like food.
gotta be
in all-
prepared.
in all the pockets. I know.
You remember when you're little like that. You got to be
yeah.
ready for anything.
Oh, I know. And you have to
Oh,
keep
they
your
need a
eye-
hammer, like whatever they need. You have
A
to
hammer,
right?
Or MC Hammer.
Yeah.
They want to listen to
I mean,
MC Hammer.
If it was a baby Harley, we'd have to give her
There we
a
go.
hammer or a
Now
mallet.
now you do Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
No, okay. Well, you're supposed to. You're supposed to launch into Harley Quinn
See?
right there. I know. So Harley Quinn, you do Harley Quinn on the show,
Yes.
on Batman, and you do it in the game.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So I wasn't the very original. The very original was Arlene Sorkin, and I played Batgirl alongside her,
Mm-hmm.
and Mark Hamill as the Joker, and Kevin Conroy as Batman, which I was like pinching.
Mark Hamill's Joker is sort of like this. Yeah.
He's so good. I used to sit there just pinching myself listening to everybody.
It's amazing how talented Mark Hamill is as a voice actor. Like,
Oh, yeah, 'cause-
who would ever have thought
No,
that?
because often people that do primarily on camera come in and they're horrible.
Yep.
Not always, but a lot. And also intimidated when they see a room full of people doing 10 different characters. Like,
Yeah.
what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And I actually was casting for a little bit at Disney, and they wanted to bring in people from their on-camera show for cross-promotion, and I
Mm-hmm.
brought in all my VO people, and they're like, everybody that hugs you does really well. And I said, well, you're asking a tap dancer to do ballet. Not everybody does both.
That's
But
true.
Hamill is one that really does both expertly.
And he's actually made more money doing that probably than he's made in
Although
his movie
the new
career.
Star Wars might be doing all right.
You know, probably. Yeah, you never. What Star Wars? What Star Wars? Is that a movie? Is that in that Toronto place? Did they
He
show that in
looks
that Toronto
so
place?
handsome. He's
Oh.
my pudding on those movies.
Okay, so there. Oh, I thought you said I was handsome. Now Mark
You're
Hamill's more
pretty
handsome than
handsome
me.
too.
Yeah, whatever. I'm jealous of Mark
You're
Hamill
not
now.
too shabby, kid.
All right, then you were also on Danny Phantom. You played Ember. That's right, and
Yeah.
everybody loves that character.
They love that character.
and they dress up as her all the time.
All
at
the time.
All the nerd.
There's an
cons.
Ember at every con.
There was one girl on Facebook I just saw did the best one I've ever seen. Like it was a very high end costume.
Did you see the one that I think I tagged you in? There was a gorgeous black girl, and she made this whole giant guitar. Like, she just rocked it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Gorgeous. I'll show
Okay,
it to you.
I wanna see it.
She's awesome.
And then you do, and everybody loves Ember, so thank you for doing that. And then Unikitty.
Yeah.
Unikitty. And what's that? What's Unikitty?
So it's from the Lego movie. I didn't play her in the movie, but I'm her in the series, and she's
The Lego Batman movie?
the Lego movie.
Okay, I saw that
Yeah.
movie. I saw that
So
one.
remember the Unikitty? She's like a cat with a unicorn horn.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and she's super crazy, and it's so much fun. Those sessions are just like
Who else is in that show?
Gray DeLizzle, or Gray Griffin now.
Gray Griffin.
She's a puppy corn. And Kate McCucci is so funny. She's so funny. That guy, Bowser.
Eric Bauza. Yeah, who cares about him? Eric Bauza.
Yeah, he's no good.
Exactly, Bauza.
And
By the way, hilarious. Eric Bauza. Love Eric Bauza.
You do?
I do, yeah. He's here. Come on in, Eric. Eric's here too.
Everybody's here.
Eric and your friend who you took the job from is here. No, Eric's great. I love Eric.
I hate Eric Bauza.
I don't blame.
Actually, I'll tell you a story.
I don't blame you. Let's just make this Hate Eric Bauza Day.
Eric?
Yay! Hate Eric Bauza Day.
Yay! I hate him. No, he came in for Fairly Odd Parents, and I'm usually not very nice to new people, right?
Yeah, I have noticed that. Yeah, people.
Oh my God, he blew my mind. I said, "You're gonna be a big star," and he's like, "Tara Strong, like that's such an honor." But I knew right away he was.
And you said, "Pick that up."
Yeah, and then
Get out of my way, loser.
And then I said, "Make me laugh." Remember that? Remember we were like, "Do something funny, make me laugh."
Was that him or was that Maddie Taylor? Because Maddie Taylor,
we made him make me laugh.
you wouldn't talk at first to him.
No.
Yeah, and then.
It's fun to intimidate people.
Oh, I love it. I love watching you do it.
Right?
It's great. Yeah. You know what's actually funny? The few times I couldn't be there to direct Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Every time I'd have somebody else stand in for me, they'd say, God, that Tara Strong scared the heck out of me.
You're lying.
And I'm like,
is that a true story?
All the time. And it's like, Tara Strong. And I said, you just got to be, just get in her face. Like she gets into yours, just give it right back to her. I said, she's a pussycat. No problem.
That's so funny because just FYI, internet, when I'm doing that, I'm totally joking. So it's so funny that.
I know. Actually, it was my story editor, Ray DeLaurentis. He was like, Tara scared the heck out of me. I said, she did? That's so funny.
It was always funny when someone stepped in for you.
Oh, I know.
Like Scott Fellows. He was it him that couldn't count or Jack Thomas that couldn't count?
Oh, Scott Fellows couldn't count.
Scott Fellows couldn't count.
Didn't have the lines.
He'd be like
right.
line 300.
I'd be like, there's only 25 lines. Yeah. Exactly.
Take 42.
Oh God,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Scott and Scott created Big Time Rush.
Yes, I was on that too.
Basically, Scott owes me everything, just so you know.
Oh yeah, no, he learned everything from
and so
you.
Does Jack
you
Thomas.
should be
We'll
getting a cut of everything both of those guys make for the rest of their lives.
Should. I know. I hope they're listening to this.
Yeah.
I hope they're listening. They're gonna pay for these microphones. Yeah. And then you're also in the Arkham Asylum games, correct?
Yeah, and the Injustice.
And the Injustice. And do
you play those?
I don't. Tara, I'm paying bills. I don't have time.
You don't play Injustice?
I don't have time to play video games.
I play Injustice.
You do?
It's awesome.
Remember before when I didn't like you? Now I do like you.
It just all turned around.
See what happens? Yeah. Well, he's 7 years old. He has to eat his noodles and he can watch. Play video games.
Is there a difference between like the different games and TV shows? Do you have to like do different inflections?
Yeah. Well,
Harley?
there are so many different Harleys.
Yeah.
Like the Arkham City stuff was so serious.
Yeah.
And then there's like. Sort of whimsical Harley on DC Girls. You know, she's in high
dressed
school.
up as Harley quite a few times.
Yeah.
As I recall.
It's so much fun.
Nice pictures.
Thank you.
Say, very nice photos.
You know, normally when I'm at Comic-Con, I can't walk from my hotel to the con without people going, Tara, Tara, Tara.
Right.
But in cosplay, people didn't know it was me.
Right.
And they just wanted my picture because it was a great costume.
Yeah, it was a great costume.
And there was this one guy, he's like, oh, can I take your picture? Harley's my favorite. You're like my 14th one today. And I go, okay, Puddin', but am I your favorite? And he goes like this. I don't know. I've seen a lot of good ones, and like walked away. I'm like so excited for him to go home and like make his phone bigger.
Oh my God.
And this other family that's like a cosplay family. I was walking around with Jamie Thomason, who's a big voiceover director. He's known me for years and years and years. Like gave me The Little Mermaid too. That's how long I've known him.
Wow.
And so we were walking around the con together, and there was a family of cosplayers, and their younger daughter was dressed as Harley, and their older daughter was Raven, like the son was Ben 10, like everyone was me basically, right? And they asked to take a picture.
Oh my God, that's so great.
They still didn't know, right? And so at one point, I'm standing next to the girl playing Raven. She's like my height, even though she's like 13. And I'm like, do you know who I am? And she's like, no. And I just go, Azarath Metrion Zinthos. And she goes, well, I know who I am. I was like, okay. And so at one point, Jamie goes, you know, she voices like all of you, right?
That's great.
So it's fun. I like doing that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, I feel weird that there's a cosplay family out there walking
They're
around.
so cute. Oh my
What
God.
was the dad dressed as?
I can't remember, but they were the cutest. And they do cosplay stuff together all the time.
No,
so cute.
When there's when you can put a decent costume together, I think it's great. And
Amazing.
Some people get very into it. And like, the props and things that they make.
Oh no, it's very
incredible.
serious. Yeah.
I know.
How many cons do you go to a year? 'Cause I know you're at a lot of them.
Probably between 5 and 10.
Yeah, that's
depending
awesome.
on how many I can do. I mean, they're a lot of work.
I just saw you at one.
You did?
We were at the Stan Lee Comic Convention.
Oh yeah,
Remember
I
that?
love
Thanks for
Stan
remembering.
Lee's
Thanks
con.
for.
Well,
remembering.
there's been like 5 since then
Yeah,
with
I know.
much more interesting people than you. So I
get it.
right.
I see
No,
how it is.
I love Stan.
See, that's why we can't have nice things right there. That's what. That's the problem right there. That's what I'm saying. But the con was great. Oh yeah, another question. What else do we have on Twitter?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, speaking of, you were talking about Eric Bauza, how big of a fan he was of you. What voice actors do you look up to that you've worked with, or even that you haven't worked with?
Yeah, I don't really look up to other voice actors. I sort of look down on them.
What did how about this? What did okay? I have a question about.
Oh, and that was from M. McNaught.
Well, let me just say one thing that,
Yeah.
like, all joking aside, I'm blown away by talent pretty much every day. Every day I go into work and someone does something and I'm like, oh my gosh, you can do that. And it's typically like the nicest world ever. When you're doing on camera, there can be catty people or not nice people or whatever, but in the booth, it's not about what you look like, it's what you can bring to the table with your abilities. And every day someone does something amazing and they're extraordinarily
We always look
talented
great in the
people.
booth. You always actually are one of the few voice actors that dresses up and comes to work.
Well, because the day you look bad, right? You're like in your jammies or after work. Oh, we forgot to tell you Access Hollywood's coming today.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Oh, great. Yeah,
you
Entertainment
always
Tonight.
have to look cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had that happen. I
Right.
can't say how many times. It's bad.
Well, I want you to say how many times. We're good. I insist
At
you say how many
least
times.
14.
At least 14 times. Right. Okay, good. The other question I had for her is the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
They when they redid the Powerpuff Girls, which a lot of people aren't crazy about, they didn't use you as a voice, did
No.
they? They didn't. They used a lesser person, right? Was it a lesser person? I'm not going to say who it was. I don't even know who it is. But how did you feel about that? What were your feelings on that?
This isn't going on the internet, right?
On the internet? No.
It doesn't need to if we
No,
can't
we can
talk
edit
about
it out
it.
if you want.
If we can't talk about it. Oh,
No,
Okay.
should I ask you? Want me to ask you that
Well,
question?
let me just say this. It's always hurtful when you get replaced on something because
I
when
can
you
imagine.
help create a character, it's very collaborative, right? We all work together and you
Big
give
time.
life to this little being. And if you're still quite capable, it's heartbreaking. And we did the special like 10 years later, and we're all at the same agency, all 3 girls. And they said something like, will the girls do the special for scale, which is like the basic, pay rate for actors, knowing that if it does well, it'll go to series, which we would do anyways because we love each other and we miss each other.
Right.
We had so much fun on that show, almost as much fun as Fairly Odd
Yeah, I
Parents.
was going to just get to that. Yeah, not that much fun.
And so, of course, the special did great. And then they were kind of keeping in touch about the series, and then they weren't. And then out of the blue, my agent got a casting notice. And she said, what is this? And they said, we just want to try new voices. And they said, well, why? Well, we want a little bit older. And she goes, okay, my women are 40-year-olds doing kindergartners. Bring them in. And they wouldn't bring us in.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, it was not my favorite situation.
I can imagine.
And I'd be lying if I said any different. And I'd also think it's irresponsible to go, oh, it's fine, because as the actor, you feel very close to these creations. Like every time I go to work, I'm grateful. Every time I go to work, I give up my heart and soul.
You do. You always do.
So it's hurtful. Now, with that said, I have nothing against the actresses.
Of course.
It's not like they went in and go, well, I could do this better than Tara Strong.
No, I understand.
So, I mean, there was some stuff on the internet that was like, so what happened was there was like, those hashtag wars. So it's like, so when we heard it was coming out, the hashtag was like, I hope they don't, or please don't. And I was like, please don't recast the Powerpuff Girls or something like that. And then after it came out that we weren't going to be the girls, someone made it look like I had tweeted that right after, which had been like 4 months before. And I always support my fellow actors.
Of course, yeah.
For the record, I have nothing against the other actors.
No, okay. I didn't think you did.
But I do think they should have kept us.
Right.
Because there's like a nostalgia there, and fans
Totally.
love their voices that they get used to. And
yeah.
I think a lot of times the networks underestimate the fans' love for the voices they get used to. And we did as kids.
Yeah.
I loved when I turned on the Flintstones and recognized a voice on the Jetsons, you fall in love with your favorite voice actors.
It's really hard for me to watch these days. They're redoing all the Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. They're like doing new cartoons.
Yeah.
And I can't watch them because I know it's not Bugs Bunny's voice.
Yeah.
It's a guy who kind of sounds like Bugs
Right.
Bunny. And I know like Jim Cummings is a great Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's really good, but it's not Sterling Holloway from originally. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But the kids today they don't know. 'Cause
They
grew
don't
up with
know.
us. Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't know.
they
Yeah,
don't
they're not. Again, we're old, but we look fantastic.
Right. Well,
look
I'm much, much, much younger than you.
Yes, it's true. You are.
But,
you are. Yeah, I'm like 112.
at least.
It's really weird.
And
exactly.
I'm 20-something.
Exactly. In fact, I was told to tell you that when you came in. I was told that your contract says I have to do that. And so wait, let's talk about when we were doing Fairly Odd Parents together. Like I had such a great time, and a lot of the voice actors I talked to really loved being on FOP because we all work together as an ensemble all the time. And do you ever go in and record like solo sometimes?
Yeah.
Do you prefer that, or you
No.
like the ensemble better, right?
Yeah, because if your line is like, let's get out of here, and you go, let's get out of here, and I go, okay. It's going to be different if you go, let's get out of here. I'm like, okay. Like, you get to play off the other actors,
Right.
and I think that's such a valuable piece. And then also when you have a camaraderie with someone, a relationship, a chemistry, that translates on the show.
Oh, big time.
Games we do alone, and I get it. There's 8,000 lines. I can't wait for you to get that right, because that's going to take a long time, let's be honest. So I get that. But when it comes to series work, I prefer a full cast. But sometimes you can't have that.
I know.
And I think, kudos to you for pushing that and sort of insisting upon it, because that's what we did, and we loved that. I mean, that was the funnest day of the week.
Oh, I thought so too, because
so much
we
fun.
worked so hard on those scripts, and
Yeah.
then you guys we just knew it was from as good as we could get it. We always
Yeah.
knew it would be even better once you guys got a hold of
Yeah.
it. Because you're so great. Not only you do great voices, but I tell people this all the time, and we'll get into this in a second too. You have to be a good actor.
Of course.
You have to be a performer. People think I can do funny voices, but it's
Right.
like you need to be able to act, and there's comedy timing.
Yeah.
And the stuff that we would do, even like not on the microphone, stuff that we just when everybody's showing up for work, the
Yeah.
jokes that are flying around
my
and the
gosh.
zingers and stuff. It was just so much fun.
So much fun.
It really was. Had a blast. And I was talking to Rob Paulson, who is the same way. He's
okay.
Yeah, Rob's okay. I just felt he needed a gig. I put him on the show.
That's so nice of you.
That poor guy. I know. He tunes up my car. That's what he does. He paints my house. But what advice do you have for like actors and actresses out there that want to do voices? That's all they want to do. And what is like everyone asks me all the time. I know what I would say. What would you say? What's the first step?
Acting classes. You
I know.
have to take acting classes. I think it's really irresponsible when people are like, go for your dreams. No, you have to be an actor first and foremost. Take as many classes as you can. Scene study, improv. I myself am from Second City, Toronto, and you learn characters.
It's a Toronto place again. You're really screwing me up on this. I'm going to find this place.
And singing lessons. Like, your voice is a muscle like anything else.
And you can sing as Timmy Turner too. Blew me away. Every time you just sing as the character. I mean, it's amazing. All of you,
Yeah.
Darren is Cosmo and Suzanne is
Yeah,
Wanda.
well,
You guys
most
could
of
all
us are
sing.
singers because you need a good ear. You have to hear
Yep.
what the directors want. You have to mimic sounds or if you're doing impressions or whatever. So most voice actors are singers. You have a good ear. Then when you've done enough of like the preliminary training, then you can get in a good voiceover class, but not like some crappy voiceover class. Like, go online, ask your friends, go onto the SAG website, see who they recommend, and get real studio time in front of a microphone. Then make a demo, but don't pay $10,000 for demo.
No, you don't
and
have
the
to.
big advice I say is never, ever, ever pay to audition. There's a lot of
Ever.
companies out there right now that are promising hopefuls work and say, pay to audition. There's not one person at my level or less than that I know of that got here for paying to audition.
Nope.
You do an audition through your agent, and then if you book it, they get 10%. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
So, and P.S., even with that said, some of the most talented, amazing people never get a break. And a lot of it's luck. If there's nothing else you can do and you feel it in your heart, then give it a try. But
I know. It is.
it's not an easy thing.
I tell them all the time, it's like, you have to work hard. You have to
Yeah.
get out there and really work hard.
Yeah.
You're at your level now, but there was a time where you had to go around and tell people that, hey, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
auditioning. And then you had to deliver you actually have to deliver on the work. Like, I need this. I always tell people, I'm hiring you to make my life easier.
Right.
I need you to nail this character. So number one, the kids want to watch this character and live with this character,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll get some more shows out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll, I need you to take the joke I wrote and make it better. What
Which I always do.
You always, without fail. What I love the most about Timmy Turner too, and all the other stuff you do, it's like Timmy Turner's like an every kid sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have any magic powers, he didn't have any
Right.
special abilities, and you had to make that character really great just with the line. Like, Cosmo is going to say something stupid, and Wanda's always going to do her, her lesson learning thing. But Timmy you had to make Timmy funny, and you did, and which was just great. And it's something that people can't really put their finger on. Like, Timmy's great, but we don't really know why. But he's just your character. You really made that character come to life. It was really cool.
Thanks, honey.
Very much so. Yeah. No. And then to be funny on top of that is like like you were saying with the acting classes, like, you have to go to these things to network and meet people. because that's half the battle too, is meeting people.
Well, and also I think those classes give you confidence and tools in your basket, and you have to be ready at a callback if they're like, oh, can we make them a little older, a little younger? Now it's a heavyset person. Now it's missing teeth. Now it's a girl. Like whatever it is, you have to be willing to be putty and not be afraid. That's why I always say improv classes, because then you're thinking on your feet faster, and it's really a skill set, honestly, that you're either born with or you're not.
It helps to be a funny person.
You have
too.
to be a funny person.
Yeah, to be funny. And you can be a serious person too, like on the dramatic shows like Batman and stuff. But half those guys all do comedy stuff too. Yeah. And they're just great. Yeah. Yeah, it helps being funny. Versatile. I know. A lot of insane people do voices too. But like with Darren Norris and Carlos Alizaraki, he was a freaking machine when it comes to voices. And Jeff Bennett too, we were talking about. Yeah. Just
all mediocre talent.
All mediocre. Oh, yeah, definitely really mediocre. They're never going to be on this show like you. No.
Of course not.
Oh God, no. No. In fact, you're my new permanent co-host. Just so you know. Yeah. You're getting paid nothing. Just so you know, there's no pay. Any more? Let me hear more questions for. We have some off Twitter.
So people were asking, which you kind of went over a little bit, like what's the difference between acting for a video game, between an animated TV show or movie, like all those different mediums?
Because you do on-camera stuff too.
Yeah, I just did a movie in Connecticut that was out. Did you see it?
Do you want to tell us about it?
It's called A Very Merry Toy Store.
A Very Merry Toy Store.
It's me and Melissa Joan Hart, Brian Dennehy, Mario Lopez, Dan Amboyer. It's really cute. Mario Cantone, he's really funny. And we shot it in Connecticut. We had night shoots. It was so much fun.
Haven't you worked with Melissa Joan Hart several times?
Years ago. On Sabrina.
On Sabrina, yeah. So was she nice to you, or did she remember you? I didn't think so.
She remembered. Yeah. No, we're good friends. We've kept in touch. She's a doll. We had so much fun.
You know a lot of famous people.
I'm very famous.
I know you are. Yeah, you're like crawling.
Famous people know other famous people. That's why you don't know anything.
I know. God, I know exactly. I'm trying to get more famous. I'm going to take acting classes.
This will help. Like being on this with me will help you.
I know exactly. Yeah. I know exactly. Believe me, I understand.
This ups your cool factor by a lot.
I know. That's why I wanted you on the show.
I know.
And the fun part was, I know you were mad at me when I couldn't put you in the Fairly OddParents live action movie.
Oh my God, I was so annoyed.
Because you couldn't play Timmy Turner.
You filmed it in Canada.
I know.
I just wanted to be like the Stan Lee thing. Like, just make me waitress number 4.
I tried.
I even offered to fly myself out. And you said no.
We had
you said no.
We had like some higher
Maybe it's time you really admit why.
I'm going to blame somebody else, but I won't say any names. We had some higher ups that were like, oh no, that's not a good idea. We don't want to have anybody.
Isn't it so funny when Stan's in his movies?
Yeah. No, that's the best.
So
Stan
Lee?
Lee?
Yes.
Oh, God, that's so funny, yeah.
What about Tara Strong?
I know, right?
Why do you hate me so much?
I don't really hate you that much, just a little. It's only a little bit. No, I really hate that Grey Delisle. That's who I really hate. Yeah, I know.
God, I've been working on that for so long.
You got that basket I sent you, right? It's
oh my God, me and Craig were laughing so hard.
said, thanks for doing those voices for me. You're better than Grey. Hey, what other questions do we have for this young lady?
Let's see. I don't know. They're not the best questions, I'll be honest.
Oh, I had one. There was one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone asked, what was your favorite pie?
Oh, nice.
My favorite pie.
Great question.
Do you like pie?
No, I'm not really a big pie person.
You're like a vegan, though, aren't you?
I am a vegan.
Big time vegan.
And you know what?
That's where the young thing comes in.
Right? This Thanksgiving, we had some really good vegan pumpkin pie from Whole Foods.
You know what? Just when you said that, don't ever say vegan pumpkin pie around me again.
Listen.
What have I ever done to you? Why would you say that to me?
Let me tell you something. We served it.
Vegan pumpkin pie?
People couldn't tell.
They couldn't tell?
No.
Okay, what's the point of even making it if you can't tell?
Because it's delicious.
I don't understand the whole vegan thing.
It's still delicious, but it's cruelty-free.
Cruel. You killing a pumpkin is cruelty-free?
No, but eggs and dairy are cruel.
They're going to lay the eggs anyway. The chickens are going to lay the eggs.
But they're treated really badly.
Oh, they are treated badly, yeah. They are. I know. I had a chicken sandwich earlier. Are you mad about that? Are you upset?
I'm not impressed.
Were you thinking there are like wild pies running around?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's cruelty free. I'm like, wait, what are we killing? We're murdering a pumpkin? I don't understand. Pumpkins are alive. I know. Yeah. Okay.
I want to get on the topic because we were just talking about before.
I want to get a pet chicken in here, by the way.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And treat it really
nice. As long as you treat it really nice.
They're very friendly.
I know they're ugly though.
Yeah.
Chickens are really ugly. I think we always want to kill the ugly animals because they're just ugly, right? You want to kill.
Cows are really cute.
Cows are cute. Yes.
So why do you kill cows and pigs?
I don't kill anything.
But you eat them.
I do eat them
so
sometimes.
Cute.
I know
what if you had
cute.
a pet pig? Would you eat him?
No, I wouldn't eat the pet pig.
I'd eat his cousins.
I'd eat a pig I didn't know.
What kind of hypocrite are you?
I've never known any of the animals I've eaten. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Does that make it okay?
No, yes, of course it makes it okay. Of course it does. It's me or the animal. It's him or me. I know. Look, I didn't design the system, okay? Don't get mad at me. I didn't design any of this. I'm just trying to be a voice actor in Hollywood. That's all I'm trying to do. I really want to do voices.
Go vegan. It'll help.
Go vegan. Weren't the vegans on Star Trek? Oh, those are the Vulcans. Sorry.
But they were vegan, probably.
They probably were vegan. I think so. Spock was like a
highly
vegetarian.
intelligent.
I know.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. What else? Did you have anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say with the 200th episode of, has that aired yet? Yeah, 200th episode of Teen Titans Go. How has that been on the show up until now? Like,
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I don't know if you know this because you don't really watch my shows that aren't yours.
Yes.
But Teen Titans was a huge hit.
Yes.
And then it
The
ended.
silly one or
the serious one.
The serious one.
And it ended at a really pivotal storyline that never got resolved.
Okay.
So fans were really, really mad. And then news came out that it was coming back years later. So they
wow.
were so excited to hear what happened with Raven and Slade and Trigon, and these are people you probably don't know.
I know all
But-
from the comic
okay,
books.
good.
Were the vegans involved with this in
Yeah.
any way?
No, they would have made sure season 6 happened first.
I got it.
right?
And no cows were killed
So-
during the making of Teen Titans
Yeah.
Go. Okay.
So, anyways, this is not a continuation. It's a new version. And
Right.
the good news is, unlike some shows, they kept the original cast. Right? So
I've always kept my original
Yes,
cast.
you have.
Yes,
So
I have.
we had so much fun doing this, but instantly the internet was torn because they wanted season 6.
Right.
But they are laughing at this. So it was like,
So it was coming back, but in a sillier version.
yeah, and
I
so
see.
there's still every day like save season 6. Sometimes we get like die. You should die for doing this show. How dare you do this show? And not bring so on the
And you were on
the-
both shows.
Yeah, and so on this episode we kind of make fun of that, which is really fun. And then they animated us. Animated talking to our animated characters.
Oh, that's
so Tara
cool.
Strong's animated talking to Raven.
Oh, that's cool.
Scott Menville is talking. You know what I'm saying? All the actors
Got
are
it.
animated.
I
and
saw
they,
one the
They
other-
look decently like us.
I saw one the other day where the creators were in the show.
Yeah, that's that one.
Is that the one?
Yeah, it's the 200th
Oh, that's what I was
episode.
watching.
yeah. Well, I sent it to you because you did the voice of Timmy in that episode, right? Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. Thanks for doing that.
You're like,
Yeah.
I wish you could see it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I go,
I used to do this voice.
Oh my gosh. You
there's
did
all
bubbles?
kinds of inside jokes on
Yeah.
Titans. Like all
Oh,
of a
that's
sudden,
funny.
Raven, who's very, very dark,
Yeah.
Right.
in this version plays with My Little Ponies.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's so much fun. We have
What is
so much
what
fun.
has your brony experience been like?
Well, I first learned
You
about them.
you love the bronies, right?
Oh yeah, they're my army.
You have the bronies are her army, yeah.
Yeah, so be nice.
I'm
so
not saying a thing.
basically, I learned
I
about.
wouldn't kill a brony, I wouldn't kill a cow. I promise you. I have other people do it for me. So good. So
I learned about them online.
Right.
I was like, what's a brony? And once I found out who they were, it's basically an adult community that loves this show.
Right.
I was like, oh my God. And they're adorable and hilarious. And every time I'm doing a fundraiser online, they give the most. Like kids with cancer, I've probably raised $300,000 on my Twitter. Various animal rescues, $100,000. It's the bronies that like give. And they're just like
Awesome.
this amazing like community of a lot of people that have been bullied their whole lives that came together to love this show. And there's like fans in Belgium and Israel, wherever, that feel very isolated, but online through this community feel like they have friends. And then they come together and have these cons. And there's like super hot army dudes that like paint Pinkie Pie on their tanks to like get through hard times. And some of them will come over to me with their big, cute, cool arms and like have like a Twilight tattoo and want me to sign my name so they get my name tattooed. And I'm like, wow, like they're just
They
cool.
take it very seriously, I
Yeah,
know.
I've never seen a fandom like it. And people are like, what about these drawings online? What about this? I'm like, there is cuckoo of every fandom ever. Believe me, there's plenty of Fairly Odd Parents wacko stuff online if you really want to Google it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
afraid to.
recommend
I'm
it.
afraid to sometimes. Yeah, I know.
Timmy gets it on with everyone.
Yes,
okay?
I know. I've seen some things. It's a little disturbing.
It is.
Yeah.
But anyways, the bronies are just adorable and sweet, and I love them.
I wish I had my own army. I'd call my own army the Butchies, maybe.
Yeah, the
Maybe
Butchies. That'd be cute.
I don't know what they would. I don't know what they would do.
What do they fight for?
Chickens. They fight for the safety of chickens.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Oh, for the
I could
safety,
back
that's
that.
good.
The safety of chickens.
gonna say- yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to make you a pledge. I'm going to save some chickens for you. How about that?
Okay.
And I'm going to send them to your house.
Okay.
So you can treat them nice.
Except that my dogs might eat them.
My dog ate
Oh, now the dogs are
My
allowed to
dog
have
ate
chickens,
a
but
chicken
not
once.
me.
We have neighbors that had like their backyard hit right up against ours, and they had chickens, and they put them right up against our yard. So they'd be like
Do you live
clucking.
do you live like in Kentucky or something?
No, but in my area, there's nice big lots, and their like backyard put up like right there.
You
And
could
so-
land planes in your area. I've seen you.
Yeah.
You live in a very hoity-toity area.
Yeah,
I've seen where you
hoity-toity.
live.
So we're like, can you please move the chickens? They're driving my dogs nuts. No, like they would not move the chickens.
They wouldn't move the chickens.
So one day, poor chicken flies over. I don't know how she flew over. But I come home and my dog's got blood everywhere and like guts everywhere. She ate it.
Ate the chicken.
Ate it.
Serve the neighbors right.
Sorry.
There you go.
It's a dog.
Yeah. My dog ate a bird once. I had this parakeet. I had this big old basset hound named Madison. She was so cute. All big giant ears and the big wrinkles and stuff and really sad face. Yeah. And I come home one day and the parakeet's out of the cage, gone. Now the parakeet used to open up the door with its beak and get out. So I forgot to like tie the gate closed. So I come home, parakeet's gone. I look and I see this trail of feathers, like a trail, and I start following the trail, and the trail ends at the basset hound, and she looks up at me and goes, "Hoop," and this little feather flies out of her mouth.
No, like a cartoon?
Like a cartoon. She ate the parakeet.
You should have filmed that.
Oh, I didn't have, this is back before phones.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't have my
You're
giant.
that old.
I didn't have my giant shoulder-held video camera on me, like my giant news camera.
My dog likes to bring in squirrels without its head on now.
Oh, nice.
Which is great.
So for someone who wants to keep animals safe, you're killing a lot of animals at your house.
Have
you noticed this? You see where we're going?
I love squirrels so much. Yeah. It's really, really hard.
They carry rabies. Don't touch them.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They're rodents. Don't touch the squirrels. You promise you won't touch any squirrels?
I would touch squirrels. I love squirrels.
Do pets or animals ever inspire voices for you to
all the
do?
time.
Yeah.
Don't you make funny voices at your animals?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Yeah. Like, Lily, my dog's name is Lily, and I talk to her like this.
Yeah,
yeah. Because my dogs always look sad.
They do.
Their little eyes, their eyes look up.
Yeah, sad eyes.
Yeah, they know I'm hurting the chickens. That's why they're sad.
Yeah,
I know. You also do Baby Poof on Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah, and what does he sound like? That's it. That's what you bring. That's what you bring to the table. Is that? Yeah. That was our highest rated episode ever.
When the baby was born?
When baby was born, Baby Poof was born, yes.
So cute.
I know, and that was a long time ago.
That should have been a feature.
Oh, we should have. There should have been so many things done with Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, why didn't we do a feature?
We wrote a couple.
We've talked about it on the podcast. There was going to be one, right?
There was going to be a feature, and then
What do you mean we could still.
I know we could still.
Don't recast and make like Britney Spears Timmy Turner. No offense to Britney, but don't make her Timmy.
Wait, that's a great idea. Britney Spears is Timmy Turner. Wait a minute. Miley Cyrus is Timmy Turner. Yeah, Tara, I gotta run. I'll be right back. I head to a phone booth. Like there's a phone booth. Again, that's how old I am. A phone booth.
Phone booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're about to wrap this up. I've had a blast.
Thank goodness.
Really.
This was brutal.
I'm really sorry. I know it's hard, wasn't it? Yeah. The blue room really is hard to be in.
I hate this room.
I hate this. Anything blue, I hate, and I hate meat, and I hate people that eat it. I'm going back to the magic land of Toronto,
where nobody eats meat.
Nobody eats meat. And Trump is not there. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Let's plug your social media. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
At Tara Strong is my Twitter.
At Tara Strong.
So please follow me there.
Yep. You have millions of followers.
Yep. At Tara Strong is also my Instagram. I have a professional page on Facebook.
Oh, my God. No way. Yep. Seriously? Are we going to talk like this for the rest of the episode?
Why not?
Oh, my God, right?
Okay. I'm going to make you like work a little bit. Now make it like he's older.
Okay, like an older valley guy, like this,
pretty good.
like that.
Okay,
like
now make him have braces.
So the valley guy is talking like he's got braces in his mouth.
Now make him sing a love song.
If I fell in love with you, would you? Yeah, see, I can't.
This is why I do the voices.
Yeah, the shoe's on the other foot now.
Yeah, foot's on the other hand now. But one last thing I wanted to get into. You have told me that I was one of the few creators that actually directed the voices of my show. Did some creators, did a lot of creators?
That's not what I told you.
What did you tell me?
I told you were the only one that could
Oh, no,
do
that's
it.
That's what you told me.
It makes me so crazy when people don't get the value of a good director.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were probably one of the first that could really. I think you still are one of the only that can do everything. You can write it, you can draw it, you can act in it, not just blowing smoke. You really are very funny.
Oh, she's so sweet.
And you came from the acting world, so you knew that world. And you literally can do the whole thing. So then other people thought they could too. And so suddenly a writer that has no acting experience or has that sensibility of how to talk to actors.
It's communicating.
Can you make that line more squishy? Like, that's not.
What does
I have
squishy
no
mean?
idea what that means.
What does that mean?
And also, like, we had so much fun. It would be like a couple takes each line. We'd put our pages side by side.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Trust the actors. We get organic, whatever.
We would get in
People
and out
get
of
like 300 takes each line because they don't know what they're doing. And Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating.
And there's only so many variations you can give them. It's like I can't.
Yeah, and then also at that point, do you want me here for me and my talent? Because this feels not organic at all. Or this is nothing that I would do. Why am I here? I'm not bringing anything to the table. You just come in here and do it.
Yeah, everybody. I know everybody out there who's an artist thinks that I want to have my own show. And every time I go to a convention or whatever, I'll say, "Who wants their own show?" And all these hands go up.
Right.
It's so great they want their own show, but it's not just about drawing the cartoons. It's about having the actors come in.
Yeah.
And being able to talk to them.
Yeah.
And being able to utilize what they're doing and like even like I would give you guys line reads all the time. I was like, I'm gonna give you a line read if you're not, and you always got it right anyway. But if it was,
but like for instance, Carlos, he always needed
Carlos Alzraki. I'm surprised he's still working. To be honest with you, yeah, that guy. I know him and Bowser especially. The two of them, those guys. No, I love Carlos Alzraki. Yeah,
you did used to call him Carlos Always Talkie.
Carlos Always Talkie. Yeah, and he always did his cat. You do the
right
cat.
in the middle of recording. And then you finally let him do it.
No, we gave Mr. Crocker a cat. It's like, oh, my cat girlfriend. And he would do the cat.
Crocker as his own mom was the funniest thing ever. We laughed so hard.
Well, when he's like, Denzel. When he's, oh, God, it's so funny.
But Wondissimo was super funny, too.
Oh, he is. Oh, yeah.
He was so funny.
No, Carlos is great. That's why it had to be like, give me you, give me him.
Yeah.
That's any of the Fairly Odd. That's really all I need. And Darren and Suzanne and Gray and Rob, and then we'll make another show. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's do it. Yeah. Okay, we'll write a show now. We'll think of it after we get out of here.
After Blue Room's done.
Anything else we need to talk about that you want to tell your amazing fans out there? How much you love them? How much you love me? Your Christmas movie's out. Right, but this is airing right before Christmas, so
Oh, well, it just started airing, so I'm sure you can catch it on Lifetime.
You don't even celebrate Christmas because you're a Jewish person.
I know. Is it okay that I'm in a Christmas movie?
Yeah, you do a Hanukkah thing, right? You do the Hanukkah thing. Explain Hanukkah.
Yeah, Jews do the Hanukkah thing.
Explain Hanukkah to all of us Christian people who have no idea what it is. I'm joking. What are you doing for Hanukkah? Anything special?
Well, we always have like little party.
Is it 12 nights? It's eight crazy nights.
Yeah.
Right.
We like the candles and spin the dreidel. That's always so fun.
Yes. Is it a big dreidel?
This conversation's going down
really
quickly. I thought you said this was a PG show.
I know it is. I'll start wrapping it up from here. So, all right. Well, hey, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's been awesome, kiddo.
And thanks for having me on Fairly OddParents. Honestly, some of the best years.
Kiddo, thank you. We're going to have a big celebration soon, and I'll explain that to you later. It's a lot of fun. For the listeners out there, we have a very special podcast coming up very soon. Yes. And then just thanks for being on. This has been Tara Strong. This has been episode 10 of Speech Bubble, and thank you so much. We'll see you guys later. Bubble. Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the Noog Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.